Hey folks, so today I'm going to show you the power of bare metal provisioning with Platform9. Our goal in this session is to pixie boot 3 bare metal servers and leverage the power of automation to automatically create a Kubernetes cluster with KubeVirt enabled, as well as use Argo Autopilot to automatically deploy Portworx for storage and some sample applications and virtual machines that are commonly used in a retail scenario. So what you're looking at here is the ironic UI. We have 3 bare metal servers that are currently powered off and ready to be deployed. We can use this user interface to easily provision these bare metal servers. So if we navigate over to the bare metal deploy tab and click new instance, we can use a wizard to set the desired operating system, the flavor, the network, and then we'll give it a name. Select the SSH key and then move forward. This section here is where we will add the Cloud init script. In this example, my Cloud init script is creating a Kubernetes cluster, downloading and executing the PF9CTL installer that prepares a node to be part of a Kubernetes cluster, and then it joins a cluster. So we'll go ahead and kick that off. And then we'll see that the server is now in building status. Then we'll quickly run through the same steps for the other 2 servers. Now all 3 servers are currently building. So during this time, each of the servers will pixie boot, they'll obtain an IP address through DHCP, and they'll ultimately boot with the desired operating system that we had selected earlier in the wizard. Fast forward a few minutes, the servers are now active. Now let's hop over to the Kubernetes environment and let's click on the zero touch cluster that we had just created. And at this point, the first master node has joined the cluster so far. All right, and now we have a second one, and there's the third one. So just like that, we have a Kubernetes cluster up and running in just a few steps. What's more exciting though is that the automation goes beyond just the cluster creation. So in this cluster, Argo Autopilot is automatically installed to deploy applications that I have referenced in my GitHub repository. So the first Argo application I have is one that automatically installs and configures Portworx storage for persistent storage in Kubernetes. And we can see all the artifacts that are being created automatically along with their respective statuses. And now the entire Portworx cluster is created. So as I mentioned earlier, I also used Argo to automatically create virtual machines in KubeVirt. So let's take a look at that. I have my firewall VMs, loss prevention, and point of sale VMs that are all automatically deployed. And with that, you have a store in a box that's backed by automation. So navigating to the KubeVirt UI, here's where I can see all of the virtual machines in my environment. So if I am looking at the virtual machine section, I can see the 6 virtual machines that I created earlier automatically and that they are all in a running status. So to summarize what we covered today, we witnessed the seamless power of bare metal provisioning with Platform9, automating the deployment of a Kubernetes cluster with KubeVirt, and then enhancing it further with Argo Autopilot for applications like Portworx storage and virtual machines. And this not only streamlines the process, but just showcases the potential of efficient and automated infrastructure management. And feel free to let me know if y'all have any questions.